The 1970s, founding and early years. In 1976, Apple Computer Inc. was founded on April 1st. The Apple I, designed by Steve Wozniak, was a simple computer that was sold as a motherboard. Complete with CPU, RAM, and basic textual video chips, it wasn't yet a full-fledged personal computer. Then, in 1977, the Apple II was introduced on April 16th. It was Apple's first major success, featuring an integrated keyboard, sound, and graphics capability. It was also one of the first computers to come in a plastic case. Moving on to the 1980s, growth and innovation. In 1980, Apple went public on December 12th with a market capitalization of $1.2 billion. This made it one of the largest IPOs of its time. By 1983, John Sculley, former PepsiCo president, became Apple's CEO. That same year, Apple introduced the Lisa, one of the first personal computers with a GUI. However, it was commercially unsuccessful due to its high price. In 1984, the Macintosh was launched with a groundbreaking Super Bowl commercial titled 1984, directed by Ridley Scott. The Mac's user-friendly interface and compact design set it apart from other personal computers. Unfortunately, in 1985, internal conflicts led to Steve Jobs leaving the company after a power struggle with John Sculley. Jobs went on to found Next Inc., focusing on higher-end workstations. Now, let's talk about the 1990s, struggles and revival. During the 1990s, Apple struggled with declining market share, failed products like the Newton PDA, and frequent changes in leadership. In 1993, Sculley was ousted and Michael Spindler took over as CEO, followed by Gil Amelio in 1996. Then, in 1996, Apple acquired Next for $429 million, bringing Steve Jobs back into the fold and laying the foundation for future macOS development. By 1997, Jobs became the interim CEO, or ICEO, and launched the Think Different campaign. Apple also secured a $150 million investment from Microsoft, which agreed to continue developing Microsoft Office for Mac. Finally, the 2000s, the rise of the iProducts. In 2001, the iPod was launched on October 23rd, revolutionizing the music industry with its user-friendly design and integration with iTunes. By 2003, the iTunes Store opened on April 28th, offering a new way to purchase music legally online. Over 70 million songs were sold in its first year. Then, in 2007, the iPhone was unveiled on January 9th, combining a phone, iPod, and internet communication device in one. This was a pivotal moment for Apple, reshaping the mobile industry. In 2008, the App Store launched, enabling third-party developers to create apps for the iPhone and iPod Touch. This led to an explosion in mobile app development. Finally, in 2010, the iPad was released on April 3rd, creating a new category of consumer electronics and becoming hugely popular in education, business, and personal use. 2010's continued innovation and expansion. In 2011, Steve Jobs resigned as CEO on August 24th due to health issues and was succeeded by Tim Cook. Jobs passed away on October 5th, 2011. Fast forward to 2014, the Apple Watch was announced on September 9th, marking Apple's entry into the wearable tech market. Then, in 2015, Apple Music launched on June 30th, offering a music streaming service to compete with Spotify. The release of AirPods in December 2016 revolutionized the wireless earbuds market, quickly becoming a bestseller. In 2017, the iPhone X was introduced, featuring a bezel-less design and Face ID technology, setting a new standard for smartphones. Finally, in 2019, Apple announced Apple TV Plus, a streaming service with original content, on November 1st, entering the competitive streaming market. 2020s. Focus on services and sustainability. In 2020, Apple announced a transition to Apple Silicon custom-designed ARM-based processors, starting with the M1 chip, significantly enhancing performance and battery life for Mac computers. The following year, in 2021, Apple continued its innovation with products like the iPhone 13 series, new M1-powered Macs, and enhancements to iOS, macOS, and other software. In 2022, Apple introduced the Mac Studio and Studio Display, aimed at professional creators, and updated the iPad and iPhone lineups. And in 2023, the announcement of the Vision Pro, a mixed reality headset, showcased Apple's commitment to augmented reality and virtual reality technologies. Strategic shifts and corporate philosophy, design and user experience. Apple's commitment to elegant design and seamless user experience is a core part of its identity, influencing the entire tech industry. Ecosystem integration. Apple's ecosystem, including devices, software, and services, offers a unified and cohesive user experience, encouraging customer loyalty and recurring revenue through services like iCloud, Apple Music, and Apple TV+. Environmental initiatives. Apple has increasingly focused on sustainability, with initiatives to use recycled materials in products, reduce carbon footprint, and achieve carbon neutrality. Impact and legacy. Apple's influence extends beyond technology into areas such as design, music, and popular culture. Its products have reshaped how people communicate, create, and consume content, establishing Apple as one of the most iconic and valuable companies in the world. Through relentless innovation and a focus on quality, Apple continues to set benchmarks in the tech industry.